In the space between hurry and stillness lives the wisdom to move forward with both purpose and peace. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about slowing down to move with clarity and the power of intentional pace. Enjoy. In a world that celebrates speed, that rewards the quick response and the immediate action, there's something revolutionary about choosing to slow down. Not because you're lazy or unmotivated, but because you understand that true progress isn't measured by how fast you move. It's measured by how clearly you see where you're going and why it matters. By the end of this episode, you'll discover why slowing down isn't about doing less. It's about doing what matters with greater intention, deeper awareness, and more authentic alignment with your values. You'll learn that clarity isn't found in the rush, but in the pause. We've been conditioned to believe that busy equals important, that speed equals success, that the person who moves fastest wins. But when you're constantly rushing, when you're always reacting to the next urgent demand, you lose touch with something essential, your ability to discern between what's truly important and what's simply loud. Think about the last time you made a decision while feeling rushed or pressured. How did that turn out? Now think about a decision you made after taking time to reflect, to consider your options, to check in with your deeper wisdom. The difference isn't just in the outcome, it's in how you felt throughout the process. When you slow down, you create space for clarity to emerge. You give yourself permission to feel into your choices rather than just think about them. You allow your intuition to speak alongside your logic. You remember that you're not just a human doing, you're a human being, and being requires presence, not speed. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indecisive. Slowing down is an active choice, a conscious decision to move through life with greater awareness. It's choosing to respond rather than react, to act from wisdom rather than impulse, to align your actions with your values rather than simply checking items off a list. Consider how different your day feels when you begin it with intention rather than urgency. When you take those extra few minutes to set a clear intention for the day, to breathe deeply, and connect with what truly matters to you, you're not wasting time. You're investing in clarity that will guide every subsequent choice. The paradox of slowing down is that it often leads to greater efficiency, not less. When you're clear about your priorities, when you're moving with intention, rather than just momentum, you waste less energy on activities that don't serve your deeper purpose. You say yes to the right things and no to the distractions. Clarity isn't something you can force or rush. It emerges in the quiet spaces, in the moments when you're not trying to figure everything out, but simply allowing yourself to be present with what is. It comes when you stop long enough to ask the deeper questions. What do I really want here? What would serve my highest good? What choice would I make if I weren't afraid? In relationships, slowing down means listening not just to respond, but to truly understand. It means pausing before reacting to someone's words or actions, creating space to choose your response from love rather than defensiveness. It means being fully present with the people who matter to you instead of rushing through interactions to get to the next thing. In your work, slowing down means taking time to understand the why behind your tasks, to see how your efforts connect to something meaningful. It means doing fewer things with greater care and attention, rather than trying to do everything at once. In your personal growth, slowing down means honoring your natural rhythms, recognizing that transformation happens in seasons, not in moments. It means being patient with your progress and trusting that clarity unfolds in its own time. The world will always try to speed you up, to convince you that faster is better, that you're falling behind if you're not constantly accelerating. But you have the power to choose a different pace, one that honors your humanity and creates space for wisdom to emerge. Today, give yourself permission to slow down, not because you have to, but because you deserve to move through life with clarity, intention, and grace. Trust that when you slow down to see clearly, you'll move forward with greater purpose than you ever could in the rush. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.